What are you talking about? Okay, let's get into this next video game.
For years, even going back to slavery times, when Master's daughter had a strange fascination with the male slave. Just kidding, not really kidding, but that doesn't really matter because today we're talking about the evil snow bunnies, not just white women in general. Because there is a difference. There are good white women that are perfect matches for black men. But on the other hand, there are evil white women who want to take advantage of black men. And today I'm going to give you a guide and some signs to spot out these evil snow bunnies so you can avoid them if you are a milkman. Tip number 1, know what these heathens are here for. Because each of these things have unique reasons behind them. If you're an athlete, then most likely she's jersey chasing. She'll be your ride or die hoping that you get to the pros, but if you don't, then oh shit, where did she go? On to the next black eye. And she'll keep on doing this until she can finally live her dream of being a professional athlete's wife. Number 2, they're rich. Self-explanatory, every girl loves a rich guy. Especially when he can take care of you. You can be a cute little housewife making little TikToks about that too. You can buy all of the Starbucks Frappuccinos as you want. Shop at Whole Foods and Target whenever. And when your man eventually gives you his credit card because he just honestly doesn't care no more, he's too rich, you'll be posting little get ready with me's too. I'm not gonna lie, it's the same type of. And the highlight of your life will be making beautiful light-skinned babies that are also dating.
Man gives you his credit card because he's just too rich. Alright. I mean, okay. Hey, I like this. We should use this as a thumbnail or something. I like it. It's over the top. You know? I like things that are just a little bit out there. Just like, why does this look like that? You know what I mean? It's like, why is it so ridiculous? Look at that. Tell me that's not ridiculous? That's fully ridiculous, dude. That's gonna make a good YouTube thumbnail. Alright, let's get back to the video.
I'm just kidding, they're not demons out the womb. They will be when they grow up though. Go watch my last video if you want to know more about that. And 3, if they have a big cool, I mean, that's very self-explanatory too. Plus, white girls just think that black guys automatically have slongs. I don't know why, well, I do know why, but at the same time, stop objectifying us. We have feelings too. But now that you know why they want you, it'll be way easier to navigate how to avoid the bad ones. Because again, there are a lot of good ones that genuinely do like you for you. But we're not talking about those today because that video will be boring. We're talking about the evil ones. But here's the thing, if these evil snow bunnies get what they want, usually they won't cause you that many problems. But if they feel like they invested a lot of time in you and they didn't reap the rewards, that's when you gotta be a little bit worried because they will crash out. And depending on your status and situation, it can either be a minor crash out or they accuse you of rape. Which leads me to tip number 2. Be aware of the accusers. See, snow bunnies are famous for falsely accusing black men of rape. Now, before we really dive into this section, I do want to say that not all of these cases are just accusations. Some of them have actually happened, and to the victims, I truly do feel for you and prayers out for you. And the people who assaulted you should for sure be behind bars because SA is not something to play around with. That's a very serious issue. Which is why it pisses me off so much when people lie about it. Because now we gotta question the people who actually got SA because you want to lie to get a badge. This is exactly what we're talking about because if you have any athletic scholarship as a black man, you now have to be very.
Well, I know we're pointing fingers at snow bunnies and the evil snow bunnies. Listen, as a milkman myself, I can definitely say this. Yes. They are controlled by mass media to believe that the black man is something to be obtained. Okay, you need the half black baby, you need to, I get it, I understand, okay, because women are easily programmable. That's not what I guess that is what today's subject is about, but all we can say is this. Most women, they will get themselves in a situation with somebody expecting something out of the man, okay? Expecting that he change. All right, men get into a relationship with women expecting that they stay the same. So if you found him at your local AU, you're expecting that he's gonna go pro, okay? It's not enough that he's just working AU and he stays in AU and then ends up being a warehouse worker at Amazon. No. You must continually be leveling up like a Pokemon card. You must go through levels. And they're waiting until you evolve. They're waiting until you evolve. Now, if you don't evolve, you're a Clefairy, and your Clefairy is level 99. They're like, hold up a second. Did I miss something? Yeah, you forgot to get a Moonstone. And so your Clefairy did not evolve into Clefable. So there's sometimes it can be on the woman's fault that they miss getting the right thing and needed to evolve this man. Now, I don't know if this metaphor went over your head or not, but if you are not a Mount Moon connoisseur, then negate everything I just said.
Be wary about your surroundings because if you by chance go to a party and you see a white drunk girl that's trying to hit on you, you need to abort mission immediately. As a matter of fact, just go ahead and leave the function complete. Because what she could possibly try to do is get you drunk and then take you to a room where both y'all will have y'all ways with each other. And then the next day when y'all wake up, she'll claim that she didn't know what happened even though she was the person that got you drunk. And then the next thing you know, you're facing 3 grave charges, lost all of your scholarships, and every single white man in America is tweeting out on X, using you as an example of why black people shouldn't have rights. If you think I'm joking, this has happened multiple times before. Just ask Brother Shannon Sharp. He was a former football player and a current sports analyst who actually just recently signed a $100 million contract to talk about sports, which is life-changing money. Here's the thing though, he wasn't the only one who realized it was life-changing money. The old snow bunny he used to mess with in the past realized it too. And after Shannon decided to stop talking to her and she realized how much money he was going to start making, she decided to pull out her ultimate trap card and accuse him of rape. And the worst part about this case is that it's very obvious that it's false allegation. Because if you see the leaked text documents, it's very obvious that their relationship was purely consensual and that she for sure wanted his big black babies in her. And the reason why I know this is because she literally texted it. Which by the way, Shannon, I'm not gonna time out real quick. Why the f did you let this girl say this to you? You are a black man over 50 years old. You seen racial time. You was born a few years after MLK died, brother. You felt the tension. Giving slave even master-daughter roleplay, I'm not gonna lie. Even though the allegations seemed very fake, Shannon still had to step down from his job that he just got the contract from, and there is no word of him ever reclaiming his position. AKA, this evil snowbunny may have lost Shannon his job, all because he wanted to play in the snow. And if this evidence wasn't good enough for you, look into the story of Sean Oakman, one of the best football prospects of all time, literally lost all of his scholarships because of a white girl. So moral of the story, stay away from drunk white women at parties. Matter of fact, if you see a drunk white woman at a party, leave the function. Matter of fact, if you know white women will have alcohol in the vicinity, leave the function. Matter of fact, if you see Pink Whitney around a white girl, just stay away. Don't go near. Some black men are just genuinely in love with snow bunnies and they don't care.
Now, Solomon said it best, right? A woman could be the downfall of any man's empire. We must be very careful and we must be very weary out here. I don't know, man. Y'all niggas, like, listen, don't just slide the first time you meet somebody, bro. Don't slide. You can't slide like that, bro. Listen, I know I keep coming up with my Pokemon metaphors, but do you know how hard it is to catch a legendary Pokemon, bro? You're not gonna throw a Pokeball and you catch it. Maybe sometimes with a Master Ball you can catch the legendary Pokemon like that, easy. But most of the time you don't have a Master Ball. So you need to weaken the beast first, flashing red, poison, paralyzed, whatever the case might be, and then you can capture the beast. But y'all are just letting these white girls see you on the one night clap and think, oh no, stop. Take a second, take a breather. Vet this shorty for a while. Just observe how she's maneuvering around you, bro. So then you understand her intentions. Come on.
Care about anything else. There's nothing wrong with that, right? But at the same time, if you're so in love with a concept of something, oftentimes you'll look past the red flags because you just want that so bad. Which leads me into tip number 3. Identify if snow bunnies are your weakness. AKA, if you're under the spell. Honestly, most of the guys who are like this are from the burbs. I'm not gonna lie. But there's nothing wrong with dabbling in the snow. I mean, I used to dabble in the snow a little bit. I love black queens forever, snow bunnies sometimes. But it's not about dabbling in the snow, it's about picking the right snow for you. But here's the issue, when you have a weakness towards snow bunnies, you're more prone to fall into their evil spell because these evil heathens are very good at mind control. For instance, we all had that one homie that would choose white women over anything. Like you could put Coco Jones, Lotto, and Ruby Rose in front of him. He'll still choose a girl like Bobby Altoff over all of them. It's crazy, I'm not gonna lie. And it's always a specific breed of snow bunny that they love. You know the ones that always wear aloe or skins because they don't wear Lululemon no more because it's too ghetto. Whenever they post on IG, they're always just hugging their friends for no reason. Like, okay brother, I get you love each other. Their favorite stores are Ulta, Zara, Garage, Aerie, and American Eagle. You can't ever forget about their mocha latte all day that they always gotta get from Starbucks. And they always take that Starbucks drink and walk around Target with it. I'm not gonna lie, I just got it on the nail. Also, shout out to my milkman homeboy who helped me with this list because I did have to write this shit down. Keep making me proud, my boy. I ain't gonna lie, I expect light skin beautiful babies. But this build right here is a milkman's biggest weakness. And these brothers get caught up in
Cloud, why you gotta do me like that, man? Why you gotta do me like that? Why you gotta put my business on blast like that? Huh? Why? You think it's okay to expose a nigga like that? For what reason, bruh? Of course! That's my weakness, of course it is. I ain't even gonna hold you, bruh. I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm like, why would I
keep making
hold
me
you?
proud, my boy. I ain't gonna lie, I expect light skin beautiful babies. But this build right here is
Why would I hold him and say he's lying? Why would I sit here and tell the man, no, man, you know what, man? You're not speaking the truth when it comes to the white virus, bro. The white virus is not that contagious, brother. Well, you're wrong, Seth. The white virus is actually quite contagious and you can die from it. You can perish. Get yourself involved with something like this, she gets all up in your mind like a parasite. Next thing you know, you're taking out an Amex card that you know you can damn well afford, and you're handing it over to her. You say, go ahead, my beautiful white queen. Go do whatever you like. Hey, listen, guys. I've learned throughout life that no matter what or how bad the snow bunny is, you must refrain from giving her all your cards. You must hold back. You must stay strong in your mind. Do not let the white virus overcome you.
milkman's biggest weakness. And these brothers get caught up into this trap all the time. I mean, just look at the case of Shanique Moore. He was fiending over this exact type, except she was brunette instead of blonde. But the thing is that he never had a chance with Haley Steinfeld. The reason why is because he is dating or married to a 6'5" white quarterback who was making $250 million over the course of 5 years. But yeah, brother, you had no chance. Apparently she was going for Michael B. Jordan instead. I mean, just look at their chemistry. It was off the charts. It really did look like they messed with each other, especially when she was spitting in his mouth. I don't think we can show that on YouTube. Please don't show that on YouTube. I need this video monetized. But I mean, they seemed like a perfect match until she turned him into a vampire. But see, prime example of why you can't trust evil snow bunnies. Talk to me, Dr. Umar. Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. never. He trusted a white woman and she ended up sucking his blood instead of his meat. What a shame, man. What a shame. But also, before you try to date one of these girls, make sure that their family approves too. Because I'm telling you right now, if her dad chews dip, owns a big ass truck, welds or has a Confederate flag anywhere in the house, especially in the front yard, then brother, you are fried. Because the second you piss this girl off even a little bit, or God forbid you cheat on this girl, then that night there will be a burning cross in your front yard and they will be having a whole clan rally dedicated to you. And I'm telling you right now, my friend, that is not what you want. Also, if her dad is racist, then she might just be with you to piss him off, because white girls do that. They intentionally sleep with black men just to piss off their dad if they have daddy issues. But daddy issues leads me to...
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Listen, as somebody who grew up in Vancouver, I used to have a lot of different white girls that they were literally just sleeping with me to, there's this weird thing with rich white women. They love niggas. They love niggas for the danger of it. It's the danger. Like, I'm not dangerous by any means, man. Huh? And then when they see you having things, the one question I asked this one girl one time, it's like, she was like, oh, this is a really nice crib. And then she's like, oh, like, how do you have the money to afford this? And I was like, and I asked her, I was like, how do you think I have the money for this? She was like, drugs. And I was like, what? Johnny, you think I push weight? Huh? What am I, Young Jeezy? No, stop.
To my next tip. Fourth and final tip for y'all is to stay away from the gutter bunnies. Oh dear God. See, gutter bunnies are the evil variants of evil snow bunny. How is that possible? I don't know, but they've made it possible. See, these type of girls are more into in black culture. They're the type to rap a young boy a little baby song, start to finish, without missing a single word. And they're also the type of white girls who wear weave in their hair and have a ratchet hood accent. They for sure say the N-word in their free time. And most likely they only like black men and will never ever date a white guy. Matter of fact, they get repulsed at the idea of a white man. And most of the time these girls grew up around black culture. But here's the thing with these type of girls. Even though they act like us, dress like us, and want to be like us, when it favors them, they'll switch right back into white girl mode. Like they're the type to beat on their boyfriend and then go crying to the police like he beat on them. But of course they're finna believe it because she's a white girl and the man she's talking about is a 6'5" black dreadhead with shiesty in a Hellcat. Now at the same time, like I said with the snow bunny, there are good versions of these girls. A lot of gutter bunnies are really cool as shit, I'm not gonna lie. But again, if I kept on talking about those type of girls, this video would be boring. So let's talk about the evil ones. Because most of the time these evil ones are bops too. And that's the worst part about it. Like I know a gutter bunny with 40 bodies, multiple trains ran on her, considered to be the throat go to my city and got slurp and burp badge on Hall of Fame. And crazy part about it.
Bruh, stop. Oh God. There's no way I will ever overcome the white virus, bro. There's no way I will ever. I just can't. It's in my blood. It's in my blood. I'll never overcome it, dude. I just can't. It's just something about a white woman, bro. It completely takes me over. What can I say? Nothing good. Nothing positive.
Is that she's only 18. I'm not joking. Like, this isn't, she's insane. That's not even the only girl I know like this. The thing you gotta watch out with these type of girls is that they oftentimes carry diseases because they're such goers. And most of the time, they love black men so much that they don't really care if they wrap up before they go inside. So really do be careful around these women. I'm not gonna lie, they'll get you caught up. I remember I was talking to one gutter bunny in hiding one time, right? Everything was going good, and I thought I was gonna get into a relationship with this girl. Until one day we was in the car, and she was showing me her DM. And I seen this random guy that I knew, and I asked her about it. And she said that he's been trying to fuck her for years. But she wasn't going, and she barely responds. They were best friends on Snapchat. But at the same time, I didn't really care, because even though I was thinking about getting into a relationship with this girl, I wasn't tripping if we didn't get into a relationship. It was that type of situation. Everything was cool after that until literally the next week. I heard a rumor that her and that guy were crushing on the low. So you know what I did that night? I asked her, yo, keep it a being with me. Are you and this guy fornicating? But she responded with, are you sure you're not gonna tell anybody? I ain't even let that girl finish. I ain't gonna lie, I immediately blocked her. But the worst part about it is that when I asked this guy about the situation, not only did he say they was crushing for a minute, but he also said that they was doing it wrong. So not only were you lying to me, but you were also putting me in a very dangerous position. Because what if Brody got a disease and then you gave it to me when we was kissing or some shit? What are we talking about? Like I said before, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of milk, but you just gotta make sure that it's not spoiled. Or just get AIDS, or get an accusation, or get arrested, or get a cross in your front yard. But that's all of the tips for me. Now it's Zeph's turn. Take it away, Mr. Fire.
Boy, if you don't get what's good with y'all, it is your friendly neighborhood snow bunny connoisseur, and I'm here to continue what Cloud9 was talking about, and I'm here to tell y'all right now, snow bunnies, no matter what race you are a threat. Exhibit A, Krillin in Dragon Ball Z. Now, if you know Krillin, he's a pretty weak guy. He couldn't fight his way out of a paper bag if he tried, but he somehow pulls this. Oh, power! Yeah! This 10 out of 10 blonde snow bunny queen, Android 18, gives him the kiss on the first link to my boy trying to go crazy. But sadly, it does not pan out that way because this man received one kiss. One. And just that one kiss was enough to put him under hypnosis. And this is exactly why I'm telling y'all, these white women are dangerous. Just that one kiss made him sacrifice the entire planet just so he could get a sliver of some poom poom. And look at this man, once he does it, he's like, hey 18, you miss me? Nobody misses this. And if you've seen Dragon Ball Z, you know the destruction Cell was doing after this. Snow bunny hypnosis causes damage on a global scale. Whether fictional or not, we dead had kingdoms back in the day attacking other countries just to secure their white royalty. Yes, used to go to war for some pussy. We can even go to...
Stop. Why y'all niggas gotta attack my nigga Krillin like that, bro? Stop it. I get it. Listen, guys, I get it. Man, everyone has their personal preference. That's life, okay? Let's just, y'all niggas, yeah, like, I feel, I almost feel bad now at the end of this video. I'm like, damn, like, is that me? Am I that person? You know what I mean? It's like, damn, why y'all niggas got to talk to me like that? Come on, man. Hmm?